Hello fellow travelers, I'm Big Dame 420, and in this video I'm going to try to show how to build my B-2 Spirit. It is a fairly challenging build, especially the wings, but I've tried to show the easiest way to get everything in place. So if you try to build it for yourself, I recommend trying to do it exactly how I do. Other than the few parts that I'm gonna show are optional between a couple of pieces. So now I'm gonna remove the wings and show the base ship that we're going to be building. So without the wings, it's kind of a small ship, but it's pretty dense. There's quite a bit of stuff packed in here. We're going to start with a mag field in the middle. It's not where it's going to go, but we have to build off of it. Gray and dark gray metallic finish is a good black. You got to grab a temporary walkway and move it half a block forward and half a block up with a ducting outlet. Then you got to grab whatever type of walkway you want to use. Put it on the back of our first one, and replace that with Thunderbird landing back. Now we grab our landing thruster and move it one block back. Put a Thunderbird cockpit on the front. And then we got to start working on making our entrance smooth. So from here we need to be half a block back, grab a rockhopper prop, move that half a block, and put hardframe cowling upside down right there, and that ends up lining up perfectly with the hole in the Thunderbird. And we do the same thing to the front of it as well. Shove in our reactors now. Start with a zenith, clip it to the back of that cowling. And half a block forward from that, we're going to put our azimuth. It clips in there like that. Longshore cowling snaps to the back of that azimuth. And the medusa goes half a block up in the middle of the longshore cowling. Attach a couple of speedbird nacelles to the back of this walkway, but they have to be half a block off. get the engines in place, since I want 3 of them stacked into each other, it's pretty tricky. And the way I'm about to do it is kind of the only way I've found to be able to do it. I'm going to snap a thruster to each of these, but the third one is the hard one. And on this side, this is the only way I've found to get it in. Doing it that way actually makes the other side decently simple. Because for this side, we just stick a prop on the back of that walkway and we can move it back and forth. Put a walkway underneath our entrance so that we can snap a firebox cowling. Right here underneath our cockpit. A couple of engine covers under here. Some argonaut aerofoils on the back of them. And a longshore cowling underneath here on each side. This little gap in between those is actually the only way to get inside. Now I'm going to put the nose on real quick. Last piece up front is a couple more of these, but we need a walkway to be able to snap them in. messed up a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. You can either use radiator casings or something else that fits in there. Here I think turbine aerofoils work better than supercruise aerofoils, but either works. Now we just gotta finish off the back. Getting these ones centered in the middle is a little tricky, but it's not that bad. Couple of supercruise cowlings underneath here. And then a couple of argonaut cowlings. Up top here in the back, you can either use longshore cowling if you like it. It's probably more accurate to the real thing. Or you can use a turbine cowling, which I like a little more. Now we just need to clip in the last couple pieces in the back here. Just a couple of turbine aerofoils. And we still need to put some guns on this thing. You can use any kind you want. If you're gonna clip them in where I do, they get completely hidden. Is the easy part of this build all complete. Now we need to make platforms out of habs to be able to snap our panels onto. We build out as far as we can. my game starts to lag pretty decently when I'm placing this many habs, but it's only when placing it, so it's not a big deal. I make the flat panel as large as possible without any sizing glitches. And getting this angle right is extremely difficult, but if you're able to put it exactly where I put it, then you'll end up with a really good wing angle. Fill this little gap in here with a side panel. Extending these panels out, I use the marks in the corners and try to line them up as perfect as possible. I recommend trying to match the angle on the other side before you build one side out. I don't know how much it matters, but on one of these panels I didn't line them up exactly the same. It's a little bit farther out than the rest of them. And the front of the wings should end up being 6 panels long. This needs to line up at the corner, but you have to make sure that it always says editing ship, because if you walk too far away you won't be able to place it. if you manage to place a part when it doesn't say that you're editing, it'll stay in the space station, not attached to your ship. And we're gonna make these wings 3 panels wide, so we have to line one up here. Most likely have to adjust these panels slightly once you get them in place. To fill this gap, I use side panels. Depending on the wing angle you ended up with, these might fit a little bit differently. On my other build, this gap doesn't exist, but if you end up with this gap, you can just fill it with some panels. I'm going to go in and delete all the habs just to show that if you do everything right, all the panels stay in place.
but I recommend leaving all of these in here until you have both wings done, just to be sure that you have the same angle and you like everything. We can make them all black and yellow.
I'm going to switch to my other one real quick just to show that slight angle difference doesn't matter that much. And once you're done, you should end up with something like this. I hope this helped anyone try and build it. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.